The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball.
Play ball!
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome out to Kevin Anderson Field at Bridgeforth Stadium in Winchester, Virginia, on the campus of Shenandoah University. The Shenandoah Hornets will be hosting a American Legion Post 14 Hornets game. Post 14 taking on Post 180 from Vienna. Our pregame show here on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you, and if you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. We're scheduled for 2 here. Doubleheader here. 1 and 4 are the official start times as of now. And I think this is going to be a good one. Post 14, 9 and 3. Post 180 of Vienna, 10 and 1. So Tyler, I think we're in for a couple good ones here.
I think we are too, Dylan. I mean, we've got the sheet, we've got the season stat sheet for Vienna up here, and they've got a whole bunch of good batting averages. We heard from Dylan that you said that the pitchers were 10 and 1. I'm looking forward to this. Vienna's coach said that they haven't beaten Berkeley Post. So this will be an interesting one to be able to be like, we've seen that Berkeley Post has actually put out a really good season so far. So it'll be a good test to see Vienna versus Berkeley Post to seeing who actually comes out on top. These should be really 2 tight, close games. So looking forward to watching both of these.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a successful season for both sides so far. Post 14, we haven't seen them in a while after we did their game against Funkstown post 211. One of their only 3 losses on the year came the very next day at Shepherd University, a second time against Funkstown. They lost 8-7. Their only other losses on the year so far against Yeager Benson post 199, 13-1, and Wheeling post 1, 6-1. Otherwise, they've had a very successful season so far this year. And it'll be a light group for both sides today. It looks like Vienna Post 180 has 11 guys available, and Berkeley Post 14 only has 12. So it'll be interesting to see how the pitching works out today. It'll be Jackson Earl to start for Post 14 in this first game, pitching to Cole Smith behind the plate. On the other side, Dawson Givens will pitch to James Robinson. Those starting batteries are brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced and certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777. Starting lineups for this one have been announced here on the field, so we're going to be getting ready to go here soon. We'll get you the starting lineups for both sides. Brought to you by CMA Honda of Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call 540-686-1622. At CMA Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you. On the Post 14 side, they will lead off with Sven Dupree, second baseman number 2, followed by Liam Healy, right fielder number 4. In the 3 spot, it'll be the shortstop number 9, Wyatt McClintock, followed by the cleanup hitter Braden Oviedo, third baseman number 10. In the 5 hole, it'll be the DH, number 18, Marshall Derrick, followed by center fielder number 1, Jet Gross. Then at catcher, number 3, Cole Smith, followed by first baseman number 11, Brian French. And the lineup will be rounded out by left fielder number 5, Trace Huff. On the Vienna Post 180 side, They will be led off by shortstop number 6, Isaac Norman, followed by right fielder number 3, Will Donahue. In the 3 spot, catcher number 27, James Robinson, followed by the cleanup hitter, second baseman number 5, Jack Green. In the 5 spot, Daniel Cloran, center fielder number 21. Then Noah Ramirez, left fielder number 8, will hit 6th, followed by Kyle Robertson, first baseman number 13. In the 8 hole, it'll be third baseman number 2, Tyler Ashcraft. And rounding out the lineup will be pitcher, starting off as DH, number 17, Dawson Givens. And let's see here, Tyler, we got some pretty good weather for now.
Well, can I speak on that for a second? Because I think one thing coming into a doubleheader with not too many players that we've really got to think about is how are these guys going to get tired? Like, we've just had days where it's like 105 feels like 107 feels like temperature. Last night it rained, it dropped off a little bit, but we're sitting here right now at 90 degrees feels like 93, and we're not even at the hottest part of the day yet. So keeping these guys hydrated, keeping these guys rested and feeling well is going to be a really big key to this game, especially with lineups only having two or three kids that can come off the bench. So it's going to be really interesting, especially in game number 2, to see how guys keep their composure together.
Yeah, we're sitting here at about 90 degrees. Well, we got different weather apps here that say 90 and 88, but we're somewhere in that range. And it's possible thunderstorms. There's a chance for them that come through, and we'll play it by ear, see if the turf field should be able to handle a good bit.
Oh,
here.
This turf field is definitely really good. Kevin Anderson has done a great job with this field on making sure that this field gets drained really, really well. It's one of the best that I've probably ever seen. Being able to drain. So if it does like light rain or something like that, we'll be totally fine.
Yeah, Tyler's going to actually be the most experienced one when it comes to knowing this field, being kind of on the staff here with them when the Winchester Royals.
I wouldn't say I'm on the staff. I've been volunteering with them since 2021, but I have had lots of experience here. So definitely looking forward to this. This is my first time on air here in this press box, so this is definitely a dream come true for me to be able to be here with this and on air with you guys. So
we'll call it volunteer staff. Maybe that's an oxymoron.
There we go.
We'll have a screen up here. We'll actually be able to give some velocity on the pitches.
Yep.
We'll have that be able to be tracked a bit.
We'll also be able to see what the zone is too, if the ump is calling a good zone or not. And then also we'll have a couple more things like exit speed on there, spin rate for pitchers, and so it'll be fun having all this information to be able to give you guys.
Yeah, we are waiting here.
Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention.
Go ahead.
So the Winchester Royals actually have 3 Shepherd players this year. So if you're looking for something fun to be able to do, they play until I think their last game is July 18th here. So if you want to look at winchesterroyals.com to be able to take a look, you'll be able to see some local talent coming out of here. Yes, they do have some Shenandoah University guys too on their team, but we've got some local Shepherd guys too. So come on out. They've got some free admission games, and so it's a good time for college ball here over the summer.
There you go. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back with some last-minute thoughts before we get started here from Shenandoah University. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
The umpires there?
Yeah. Back in 20 seconds.
Yeah, I like the segues that you gave.
Kevin Anderson Field at Bridgeforth Stadium, the campus of Shenandoah University, getting you ready for a doubleheader of American Legion Baseball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. The umpires meeting with the managers at home plate. If we're able to do it today, coach's interview would have been brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs. Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Manager Trip Tobin for Post 14 had to get here in the last 10 minutes or so. Had something going on. He had to come a little late. So we weren't able to catch up with him before the game, but hopefully we'll be able to catch up with him after the game, or after one of the games at the very least. See if he'll come up here for a post-game interview. If the Hornets are able to take at least one victory today, I would say. Post 180, though, out of Vienna. From what we've seen, they're going to have their work cut out for them, Tyler. Because looking at this list, their leadoff hitter is batting .643 with an OPS of 1,786. Only one home run on the year, but he's hitting leadoff. He can get himself on base very well. And we'll look and see what Dawson...
I'm also looking at the pitcher. So you were talking about the pitcher, Dawson Givens. Dawson Givens just graduated here in 2026 from Oakton High School. But the more important stat is that he's attending the University of Alabama the fall. Yeah. And so just because we probably we maybe know football more, Alabama is a really good football school, but because they play in the SEC is a very top-level baseball conference. So he's going down and playing with some of the biggest boys in the country down there at the University of Alabama in the SEC. We just saw Oklahoma win the national championship from the SEC down there. So so it looks like he may have some good stuff. So we'll see what he does down there at the University of Alabama. But today we've got a first look at him.
Yeah, and his stats on the year so far, he's pitched in 3 games, 7 2/3 innings for Post 180 so far. It was nice the amount of stats that Coach Good was able to give us up here and full breakdowns of some notes on just about every player, I believe every player here. So Givens has got an ERA of 2.74 so far on the year. 1-0 is his record on the mound, 9 strikeouts, 6 walks. And a opponent batting average of 250.
Yeah, he's just at 7 2/3 innings though. So I mean, we don't cover a whole lot of innings there. So we still got some innings of work to be able to see what that ERA would look like.
Yep. So let's go ahead and take one last 2-minute break and come back. It'll be just about time for first pitch. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
Our top of the first inning on TV10 is brought to you by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home proudly serving the area since 1880. Berkeley Post 14 Hornets versus Vienna Post 80.
Post 180.
Post 180, yes. Getting ready here as Post 14 takes the field first. Jackson Earl will be the starting pitcher for Berkeley Post 14. Vienna Post 80. In the first inning, we will see Isaac Norman, Will Donahue, and James Robinson. Out in the field for Berkeley Post 14, Braden Oviedo at third, Wyatt McClintock at short, Sven Dupree at second, Ryan French at first. Outfield left to right will be Trace Off, Jet Gross, Liam Healy. Jackson Earl pitching to Cole Smith. First pitch about to come up is going to be brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call 304-263-4343. Dylan Bishop and Tyler Strine with you on the call for TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Kyler High back at the studio for some July 4th weekend baseball.
Hopefully everybody had a fun July 4th and enjoyed some fireworks, and then also stayed safe during that time too.
Yeah.
I know last night after the rain hit, it really did cool off for fireworks last night, where I was just about ready to go into long sleeves because of how chilly it got for me up in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, the rain came through some of this area, cooled it down a bit, but
we've got our first batter in the lineup, Isaac Norman, who's going to be a shortstop today. He's going up to will attend and play baseball at St. Olaf's in the fall, which is in Northfield, Minnesota.
Going up to Minnesota so far this summer, as we mentioned earlier during our pregame, hitting .643, on base percentage of .714, OPS over 1,700. So tough task for Jackson Earl.
He also ties the team in doubles right now and leads the team in homers with one.
First pitch of the day is in for a strike. First pitch at 85 miles per hour from Earl. And the next pitch to follow, Norman will check his swing. It's in the zone for a strike. 0-2. Earl will line and fire again. Takes a little bit off of that one and breaks up too high for ball one. Earl dropped down to 75 with the off-speed that time. Now comes back with a 1-2. Norman hits this one over towards Oviedo at third, but it's just foul. Earl got that one up to 87 that time. He'll come back with another 1-2. This runs inside. Norman gets himself out of the way from it. Makes it 2-2.
Backed him off a little bit with a high and inside pitch.
That one back down at 76. Earl will fire again.
Trying to set up that outside corner, low corner there. Got it a little bit too much outside, but you can see that he's already working both sides of the plate. You can see in these last three that he was like outside, then came inside on him, and then went back outside.
Payoff pitch. Low and outside. Ball four. It's a leadoff walk drawn by Norman.
That's hard when you've got him down 0-2 to be able to pull out a walk, but credit to Norman for seeing a lot of pitches, fouling off a couple pitches, and getting the chance to be able to get a walk in there.
That's going to bring up Will Donahue, second in the order for post 180.
He's going to be attending York College here in the fall.
First pitch in for a strike. Earl gives a look over to first base. Runner goes, and it slips out of the hand of Cole Smith. So an easy stolen base for Norman.
Got to get a jump there, but also because of the drop there from our catcher, he was able to really easily steal second there.
Slips out of the hand of Cole Smith, so now it's a runner on second with no outs. Earl, we're ready with the 1-0. That's low. Earl readies, looks back at second, now the pitch. That will hit the zone for a strike. Our strike zone up here in the press boxes, that was a little outside, actually.
Actually, that's right. That's about right on the black there. So
yeah,
might have hit the corner.
Might have just barely caught it.
Yep.
Earl follows, goes inside. Can't break onto the inside corner, though. Three-one count. And the pitch. This is hit well, left center field. Jet Gross going over for it, and he's able to make the catch.
That's good range out there. That was good. That was good feel right off the ball to be able to go to. He didn't hesitate about that one. He knew exactly where it was going to go down, and he got there. That was good range in the outfield. So good job from Jet Gross there to be able to run that one down.
Off the bat, you would have thought that was going to hit into the gap, but it hung up in the air long enough for Gross to use his speed and range over.
I've seen a lot of those be double, so that was a run-saving catch right there.
Gross has a lot of speed out there in center field. It's going to bring up James Robinson, the catcher, in the 3 spot. Earl, first pitch low. Next pitch, Robinson swings through it. 1-1 count. Earl with a long look back at second. Now the pitch. I'll say that's right at the letters, strike 2.
This says that James Robinson was 2026 freshman on the Dickinson College baseball team. So we've got him coming out of the Ivy League.
Yeah. Here's your 1-2. That's going to break inside again. Couldn't quite hit that low inside corner.
Looks like it hit the zone, but I don't think the umpire was going. That's an iffy one where the umpire may call it or may not. So that's right there on the black.
2-2. This will be fouled right back at us. Hits the net. Stays at 2-2.
That was good contact on that one because that looked like that was his fastball. So after seeing a slider on the last pitch, that's good. That's good way to be able to see that fastball and foul it off.
Earl readies with another 2-2. This is foul over to the first base side. Robinson staying alive. Earl gets his sign from his catcher. He'll follow with another 2-2, and that gets way away from him, goes behind the back of Robinson.
Is way behind the back of him, and so your runner on second, which is Norman, gets to third on the wild pitch there.
So it's now a full count with just one out. A runner on third base. Robinson can get it in play. He may be able to get Vienna on the board. And this is a fastball blown by him on the full count for strike 3.
Now batting, the second baseman.
2 down in the inning. With Jack Green from the cleanup spot. We'll have to try to get that run in from third without a sacrifice. This is popped up foul on the first pitch.
Says he'll be attending Muhlenberg College, which is located in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, 1 from Earl. Takes something off of that one. It hits the zone, make it 0-2. That one down at 74. Here's Earl's 0-2, and that's another one. Runs too far inside it. It hits Green.
By the way, Muhlenberg College is a D3. We're also at a D3 right now at Shenandoah University, so they may play at some point in time. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule.
That's why we're here. Shenandoah coaches can get a look at the guys from both sides. So it's going to be runners on the corners with 2 outs. Daniel Kaloran's up and takes a strike.
Also known as DK.
That makes sense. James Madison High School. See a lot of that on the Vienna roster. As this one's outside, we see a lot of Oakton. James Madison.
So I was chatting with the coach for a little bit pregame, and he said that he basically pulls from 3 high schools in the area. That's all that he needs to do because there's so much competition in the area for guys being able to go out and play for other college leagues or high school
gets away.
leagues.
Pass ball off the glove of Cole Smith, and it rolls slowly back. Both runners are going to try to come home, but Jackson Earl is able to tag out the second runner. So post 180 gets a run up on that pass ball, but then they also get the third out. Got a little too aggressive on the bases, but the defense of post 14 lets them get a run up on the board. So we'll take a 60-second break. It's 1-0 post 80 in the first game of this doubleheader. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10. That's probably how I would do it, too.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Them online at modernrealtyresults.com. We'll get to see Post 14 up to bat for the first time here at Shenandoah, Kevin Anderson Field at Bridgeforth Stadium. We'll see Sven Dupree, Liam Healy, and Wyatt McClintock at the very least to start this one off.
Second baseman, Sven Dupree.
Post 14's already playing from behind.
That's what happens when you let up an 0-2 walk, and then you have a hit by pitch and some pass balls. As the first pitch comes in, low, ball 1. So that was low and outside. So good job by the catcher not to let that get by him.
And Dupree will take ball 2.
That's another one that went outside. So they're trying to work Dupree outside a little bit.
Dawson Givens on the mound for Post 180.
There's one that got up a little bit too much. Ball.
Infield, third base, Tyler Ashcraft. Shortstop, Isaac Norman. Second base, Jack Green. First base, Kyle Robertson. As Noah Ramirez, Daniel Caloran, and Will Donahue left to right in the outfield. And it's a 4-pitch walk to start off Post 14 at the plate.
Yeah, he just didn't look comfortable against Dupree. He was trying to keep it low, and then went a little bit too high on the last one on the one before the last, and then went back down. As we've got Liam Healy coming up now.
Strike.
Liam today is our right fielder for Post 14. One was working that outside portion of the plate that time.
And he'll foul off this one. That one comes in at 80 from Dawson Givens. Oh, and 2. And the next pitch is a ball.
A little high. Actually, a lot high when I'm looking at the zone there. My eyes are deceiving me when I'm looking at the camera on our video board here.
Called strike 3 on the 1-2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Wyatt McClintock.
So following up a 4-pitch walk with a strikeout. Exactly how to get back on track. Wyatt McClintock steps in with a runner on first and 1 out. Givens' first pitch will be fouled away.
One thing I'm enjoying from Givens right now currently is seeing that he's working, well, both these pitchers are doing a great job at working the outside of the plate on one pitch and then coming inside on the next, because it's one thing you want to do as a pitcher. You don't want the hitter to get too comfortable up there, so give him one on one side of the plate, give him one on the other side of the plate.
Next pitch is a strike.
Try to make him think a little bit.
That one at 68. Well, looks like Gibbons is working about low 80s to about 70 into the high 60s. Hit and run attempt. This is going to be lined into center field and caught out there by Kaloran. And Dupree is hit by the ball as he goes back to first. This is going to bring up Braden Oviedo
Now batting the third
with
baseman,
2 outs.
Braden Oviedo.
So Dupree has to stay at first.
He had to go back to first after that hit and run. He was basically at second by the time that one got caught.
First pitch to him is going to be one that breaks out of the zone. Flowing outside just a little. He'll look at one on the inside corner.
Low inside, it hits that low inside corner. That's a good pitch because you can't do nothing with that.
That's at 81. Here comes the next pitch. At 1-1 will break outside at 69.
Low and outside again. Coming inside, then coming outside.
The digital strike zone here says that should have been called a ball. As the runner goes and went too early, Dupree tries to get back to first base and can't in time. Man, I wonder if he just kept going. He might have been able to make it, but he stopped, tried to go back to first.
That was picked off, so we're going to start with Oviedo next half inning here.
So with that, we'll go to the second inning. Take 60 seconds. Come back with more American Legion baseball on TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
We move to the top of the second inning on TV 10, brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Burke. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Post 180 has the 1-0 lead through one full inning off of a passed ball in that top of the first.
Passed ball, a stolen base, a wild pitch, and a walk was the reason why that came in. So we had a walk first, a stolen base, wild pitch got him the third, and then a pass ball to get him in. So defense was struggling for Berkeley post 14 in that one. So we'll see if they can do that. We'll see if they can be better defensively here in inning number 2.
Now batting center fielder, Daniel Killeran.
So Killeran's going to be back up. So both teams just had their batter at the plate from last inning are going to have to come back up.
Yep.
As post 180 tried to score 2 runs on the passed ball, thinking they could catch the Hornets napping, but couldn't quite do it.
Almost did because the catcher couldn't find that ball as it's off the pitcher's mound and goes into center field for a base hit.
A C&I single right past Dupree at second. So another leadoff base runner for Vienna post 180. This time they get it on their first hit.
Now up Noah Ramirez, who's playing left field today. He's attending and playing baseball at Waynesburg University,
the home of Colin McLaughlin.
Also, I believe a D3 program too.
Yes. Ramirez will foul off first pitch he sees. Ramirez is hitting .375 on the season.
Yeah, we had a pickoff attempt on the first pitch, but that's not considered a pitch, so that was the first pitch of the inning.
Yep. Ramirez will be followed by Kyle Robertson as the 1-0-1 pitch is fouled away.
I love how people do a good job in the stands at being able to beat the heat and having tents out everywhere. We see a lot of tents here and umbrellas out for people trying to beat the heat today. Ball outside is the next pitch to make it 1-2.
So the Vienna batters are seeing more speed than the post 14 batters are currently. Earl up in the mid-80s. Runner goes on this next pitch. This is a hit and run, and it sneaks into left field past the glove of McClintock.
Oh, I thought if Oviedo kept on going to that one, he would have had that one. He was in between probably thinking about a double play and just putting it over to first and then just decided not to field it. So we got runners at first and second with nobody out. Stepping up to the plate is number 13, Kyle Robertson, who's the first baseman today.
Robertson, 250 on the summer. 32 at-bats. He's going to put down a bunt, try to move the runners over. Earl gave third base a thought, but then just goes to first, and the runners move up on the successful sacrifice bunt.
That was good thinking because he would have made, like, you want to be able to, if you aren't 100% sure you're going to get that runner at third, just get the easy out at first to give yourself a chance.
Yep.
For an out. So good thinking on Earl's part about that.
And this is kind of a check swing where McClintock's going to go to Oviedo, letting Cloran score. And before we can even say the name Tyler Ashcraft, he has an RBI on the fielder's choice.
Now batting, the pitcher DH, Dawson Givens.
6-5, fielder's choice. RBI and a second run on the board for post 180. First pitch to Dawson Givens at the bottom of the order. The pitcher is
got low and outside. So they make that ball 1. Sorry, Dylan.
You good?
We've got a runner on first. We've got 2 down here in the top of the second inning.
And now 2-0, post 180. And Givens is going to hit kind of a chopper that is going to stay fair and thrown out into right field by Cole Smith. You could tell he was torn between letting that one potentially bounce foul. Here's a play at the plate, safe. Throw to third, safe as well. 3-0, post 180.
Yeah, that was hesitation from the catcher, so I think we're going to give the catcher an error on that one.
You have to.
Because he lollipopped that one over to first and threw it way over the first baseman's head.
Yeah, you could tell that was just kind of a tough turn for him to try to make. He was trying to do it quick. He had a little bit of hesitation of potentially going somewhere else with the ball or letting it roll foul.
Well, that's exactly it. Was trying to let it roll foul. So he was trying to let it roll foul, like some of your dirt ones out there, some of your dirt infields out there. Would maybe roll that one foul. This turf one is the same texture the whole way around, so it's going to stay fair more often. We've got a pinch runner at third base coming in. Number 18 is the number there, who is Andrew Pierce.
And this first pitch to Norman for his second at-bat is fouled away.
So Andrew Pierce is the pinch runner for the pitcher, Dawson Givens over there. So that's a courtesy pinch runner over there. So Givens will still be able to pitch.
Andrew Pierce and Alex Ament are the only reserves listed for post 180 for this game. The next pitch is high and inside.
Good thing that curved just a little bit because that was coming right for his head.
Yeah. Tell Earl has not really had great control of those breaking pitches on the inside part of the plate. He had that one wild pitch went behind the back of James Robinson before he was able to come back and strike him out. This one comes inside, way inside, but called strike 2.
Yeah, I've been seeing more that it's defensive lapses right now for post 14. And so post 180 is like we're just going to hit the ball and make 14 be able to try to make the play defensively.
1-2. This is going to be hooked way foul.
That was well hit though. That was 88 off the bat, which we've only seen like 60, 70, so that was well hit off the bat.
Do you believe that is our highest exit speed of any pitch so far? Here comes another 1-2, and this is lined past the glove of McClintock. It's another single and another run for post 180. A long turn by Norman, but he'll head back to first with an RBI single, and it makes it 4-0 Vienna.
I'm seeing his tools as a player right now and seeing how much that he actually has, and he's got a lot of good tools. That exit velo was 90 that time instead of the 88, so you can see he's definitely getting good wood on that one. He's reading pitches well now, especially the second time up.
Will Donahue will follow, and this runs way inside.
Ball one.
Earl with some early troubles. Working his way up to 40 pitches now.
We got a pickoff attempt over to first. Unsuccessful for the Hornets there.
Donahue flew out to center his first time up. This is popped up to right field. Underneath it is Healy. He makes the play, and that's out number 3. But 3 runs up on the board for Vienna. Post 180 means that they now lead 4-0 over the Berkeley post 14 Hornets, who will have to try to come back even further now after the 60-second break for the bottom of the second. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
We move to the bottom of the second on TV 10, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. 4-0 in Game 1 of this doubleheader between Vienna post 180 and Berkeley post 14. The Hornets on the home side for this one are going to have a hole they got to get out of.
Yeah, they haven't been doing a good job defensively right now, and so Vienna's just been putting the ball in play. Post 180's just been putting that ball in play and making them work it defensively. Hasn't worked out for him yet.
Let's see what Oviedo can do as he's up again after Sven Dupree was caught stealing to end the first.
First pitch, low and outside. First strike, 1.
Second pitch, I'm going to say that's a little outside. That one down at 68 miles per hour.
Yeah, that one curved, so that's his curveball at 68.
Another 1-1.
You've got another curveball that just came across the zone there.
Fouled away.
That break is good, though, at 15.
15-inch
break, yeah. You can definitely see that on his curveball, that it's definitely breaking a lot.
It's been rated about 2,200 for that one.
That was his fastball there at 82.
Low and away. That's around fast. That might be his fastest pitch of the day so far. 2-2. Oviedo hooks it foul.
sent that pitch right back where it came from. Right. So he's right on. So that pitch was right on the inside. He hits it to his pull side there out to left field.
Givens stands back on the rubber now. He will throw. And again, Oviedo is able to foul it off.
That was his fastball at 81 that time on the low inside part of the plate. This is the first time that Berkeley Post has made Dawson Givens actually work today. So he's had a light load so far in the first. So Oviedo's giving him a good one, and that's a long drive out there to left center field. That's gonna get the gap for a ground rule double.
Bounce over the wall. Oviedo able to answer after a slow first inning at the plate for Post 14 and some runs given up in the top of the second. He's able to answer at least, try to start a rally for them. A 2-bagger.
That's exactly what you want as a batter, though. You see a lot of pitches, you get used to that pitch. Dawson Givens came in with an 81-mile-an-hour fastball, and so Oviedo hit it at 98-mile-an-hour off the bat. So that liner was smoked out there.
Absolutely. That gives a runner in scoring position on base for Marshall Derrick, who's going to slap this first one deep left field.
Oh, that one's out of here.
Go is the left fielder Ramirez. And just like that, Post 14 answers and cuts the lead in half. Marshall Derrick sends one over. It's 4-2.
That everybody was good job for Marshall and being able to take a look at all the pitches that Oviedo was seeing right before him. So you want to do that. You want to do that when you're in the batters, well, not in the batter's box, but on deck. You want to take a look at that, and you want to see what pitches are being thrown so that you have a plan coming up to the plate. Registered on our pitch zone in here.
Gross fouls away the 2-1. At 25 pitches on the day for Givens as of now. Here's another 2-2. Caught the outside corner. Strike 3. Gross has to go down looking.
Got to get used to that outside pitch the umpire's calling today. So you got to be aware of that.
The system up here in the press box says that was about a foot outside, at least a few
inches. But I've been noticing that from what the umpire's been calling. So you got to at these levels, you got to get used to what the umpire's calling. So the umpire's calling a lot of pitches that are on the outside. So you got to make that adjustment when you're in the box.
Sure do.
You don't have ABS here.
Yeah. So Cole Smith will come up with one out, takes a first pitch strike, and then the next one doesn't break far enough inside. Makes it 1-1.
Yeah, and as a pitcher, you want to make sure that you're thinking about that you've got those pitches there on the outside corner that he's giving you.
Cole Smith, shallow left center field. Ramirez runs in for it, and he's able to make the catch.
Good little piece of hitting. The left fielder came in, who is Noah Ramirez. So Noah Ramirez came in and swiped that one. Almost made a little basket catch out there. So that one almost hit the ground.
Post 14 down to number 8 in the order. It's Brian French who will have to come up with bases empty and 2 outs. Givens' first pitch, low and outside. Robinson, Green, and Caloran due up in the next half inning as this one nearly
hit him.
Came inside. That thought the sound that we heard was clipping the shoulder of Brian French, but
I thought that hit his shoulder pad there.
It must have been the glove of the catcher.
His elbow guard. Yeah.
So 2-0 count. Here's the next one. That's on the inner half as well, fouled away.
Fouled away right into the dugout. There, that one hopped the fence and went right into Berkeley Post dugout there.
Counts now 2-1. Here's the next pitch. Swung through by French.
And we've got 2-2 count. He swung at his eyes there.
Yeah, had him fold on the off-speed pitch. 2-2 pitch.
And right down the heart of the plate for a strike at 83 mile an hour.
And that's the third strikeout by Dawson Givens. Frozen by the pitch was French.
But Berkeley Post does get a two-bagger, ground rule double, and a home run by Marshall Derrick to be able to pull within two now. Score is 4-2 in favor of Post 180.
And after the 60-second break, we'll come back for the third inning. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
Top of the third inning on TV 10 is brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Jackson Earl back on the mound for a third inning of work for Post 14. First game of this doubleheader with Vienna Post 180. He got some help from his batters at the plate last half inning. 2-run bomb by Marshall Derrick cut the Post 14 deficit in half, 4-2.
You know what, as a pitcher, you need – so Marshall Derrick's DH for today, so that's exactly what you need to do to be able to build up your pitcher and give him some confidence a little bit now going out there with the 2-run deficit instead of the 4-run deficit.
It's going to be 3, 4, and 5 in the Vienna order. Robinson, Green, Killoran. James Robinson struck out first time against Earl. First pitch to him is way inside.
Let's see after those 2 runs there if the Berkeley Post can go down on some defense a little bit, because good offense will hopefully lead to some good defense.
Robinson, foul tip on this one. Robinson's the only batter in the Vienna Post 180 lineup that wasn't able to get on base or put the ball in play first time through. The 1-1 is taken, strike 2. Jack Green's the only one other than Robinson in the order who couldn't put it in play, but it was because he got hit by a pitch.
That one's low and outside. Ball 2. So count is 2-2.
Earl will wind and fire. Called strike 3.
That was right in the that was basically on them. But that's definitely a strike according to this umpire's zone today.
Second strikeout for Earl. It's the second strikeout for Robinson. This time goes down looking. Jack Green will watch the first pitch go to the backstop as it's outside and off the glove of Smith. You're 1-0. In the zone for a strike.
To make these hitters a little bit more personal to our audience, Jack Green enjoys hiking, outdoors, and fitness.
Strike 2. Green hitting .481 on the year, tying for the team lead in doubles. He will foul away this 1-2. Killoran on deck with a single in his first at bat as the team leader in RBIs for the summer. Also the team leader in plate appearances by kind of a mile almost. 1-2. Called strike 3. Looks like Earl's finding the groove with his breaking pitch a little better. That's 2 straight strikeouts looking against 3 and 4 in the order.
I think we're seeing what I was talking about when we started here on being like some offense from post 14 is given Earl some confidence to be able to come after your pitches as a breaking ball is in for strike 1 on the outside corner.
This is Kaloran, as we mentioned, single first time up. He was the first one to get in that second inning. As
That's strike 2.
Yep, taken for...
Earl's finding that groove a little bit. He's not putting any time between these pitches right now.
Yeah, he's doing a Grant Henderson impression here, moving quickly between pitches. Here's an 0-2, and it's fouled away.
You can tell that's where confidence is coming from. So it's like confidence makes you want to throw a little bit faster. And you're going to have to get used to that pitch clock at the college level and also the minors and the majors. So you might as well get used to it now.
That's a very good point. Here's an 0-2 again. Fastball up high at the eyes.
Something that I was hearing that Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Aaron Nola might be struggling with right now is that he came into the league before the pitch clock happened.
1-2.
So now his ERA is through the roof right now because they're thinking he might be struggling with the pitch clock. So it's better to do that down here than try that in the majors.
Yeah. Earl winds and fires again. 2-2. Swung through. Earl, after giving up 4 runs through the first 2 innings, is able to strike out the side in the heart of the order for Vienna post 180. Strikes out 3, 4, and 5 for Vienna to go down quietly for the first time today. We'll go to the bottom of the third after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
We move to the bottom of the third inning here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Dylan Bishop and Tyler Strime with you on the call. Kyler High back at the studio. Bottom of the third is brought to you by the Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. Post 14 will flip over to the top of the order after 1 at-bat. It's Trace Huff in the 9th spot, followed by Dupree and Healy.
Now batting the left fielder, Trace Huff.
They trail 4-2, trying to continue to cut into the lead like they did last inning with the 2-run home run.
And you had Earl, who had a fantastic inning this past inning with a lot of confidence thrown out there. So they're doing exactly what they need to do. Let's see if the bats keep rolling.
Yeah, post 14 maybe getting back on track here as the next pitch is fouled away. Makes it 1-1. Like you mentioned, Tyler. Jackson Earl struck out the side, the 3-4-5 hitters for post 180 last time up in that last half inning. Post 180 is looking for their first win over post 14. They'll have 2 shots at it today.
Trace got fooled by that one. That was a curveball. That was a curveball that broke down, and he swung right through it, thinking that it was like the fastball, like his last pitch that he saw. Coach Tripp is talking to Sven over there, being able to probably walk through some things on the mound that he's seeing from the pitcher.
trip could have been, he could have caught that one.
If he would have been standing at his regular
Yeah.
position that he should be standing in, but
umpire gives him a call back over to his box in that direction at least. And we're ready for another 1-2 after the foul ball. And that is just outside.
that's surprising from what I've been seeing from him, because that one's been going. That one's been called a strike before here, so.
Here's a 2-2. This is on the ground. Second base. Backhanding it is
Oh,
Green.
that was a good play.
Yeah, making the play for the first out.
That's good range from the second baseman right there to be able to make that play. He was ranging all the way over to the second base bag after being halfway between first and second to be able to get the out.
Made it look a little routine as well. Nice flip.
Hey, that looked like Derek Jeter to me out there. I know that Derek's a shortstop and that was the second baseman, but that looked like a pretty Derek Jeter throw.
This is going to bring up post 14, second baseman for the second time today. Sven Dupree takes strike one. Dupree drew a walk, 4-pitch walk to start this game out, and this is hit to right field. It's deep
That's
to
it,
right.
well.
Catch over the shoulder.
Oh, what a catch.
Will Donahue brings it in.
Post 180 is making some good plays this half inning to be able to keep their team at a 2-run lead right now.
And the defense is coming through for Dawson Givens.
Yeah, that's a hard basket catch to make. Like when you're looking at where the fence is at, and it just pops right into your glove there.
Yeah, he kind of had to go from looking over his right shoulder, it seemed like, to going back and moving that left hand to the other side of himself and catching it over the left shoulder.
As we've got Liam Healy, who just fouled off the first pitch, right back at us, by the way.
Yep.
So that one's coming into your living room or wherever you're watching this broadcast.
And Healy will smack this one just right in front of Donahue. Gets himself a 2-out single.
He's like, you're not making a basket catch on me. I'm just lining it right out there.
Now batting number 9.
Healy had struck out looking his first at-bat, so make him 1 for 2 now. Third hit of the day for post 14.
Now batting number 9, Wyatt McClintock.
And McClintock flew out to center. First at-bat.
Looks at ball 1 inside. Low and inside on that first one. Healy not trying for too much of a lead right now.
Yeah, he's just got a short one as this breaking pitch breaks into the zone, make it 1-1.
I think they noticed after the first inning that Vienna, so post 180 has a good play over to first base for a pickoff attempt. So trying to stay a little bit closer to first base for now.
McClintock hits this one well over to the right field side. It
That's
looks like
going to be foul.
Yes,
Yep.
it is. Count 1-2. McClintock trying to get us back to Oviedo, and Derek in the lineup with some runners on base. Givens takes his time. Now the pitch. Runner goes. Hit and run attempt. And McClintock hits this one to deep left field, I should say, high, and ranging over to the third baseline, just right by the foul line. The catch is made by Noah Ramirez. So that retires the side with a runner on. McClintock's fly out keeps us at 4-2 as we go to the next half inning, top of the fourth after this 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy busy schedule when you don't have to. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Moving to the fourth inning here from Kevin Anderson Field at Bridgeforth Stadium. Home of the Shenandoah Hornets is today home of the Post 14 Hornets. Berkeley Post 14 versus Vienna Post 180. Doubleheader. We're almost through the first half of the first game, with it being 4-2. Post 180 over Post 14.
Catcher just threw down, so we've got number 8, Noah Ramirez, left fielder, up first.
Ramirez is 1 for 1 with a single. Single in that second inning where Vienna was able to get 3 runs on the board. He'll be followed by Robertson and Ashcraft.
So just a note from the day, this Post 180 team, I was talking with the manager pregame. He has these American socks on today, so he ordered everybody American socks.
That's nice there. There's a ground ball over the shortstop. McClintock fires in plenty of time to get Ramirez for the first out.
So I compliment him on thank you for helping out with July 4th. We saw if you watched the majors yesterday, or probably some of the minors, all the majors had different American stuff on it. Like the jerseys all had the stars and stripes on it. Like it was all a really big cool thing.
I thought the hats were really good this year.
Definitely.
And here's a strike.
But I can also appreciate the one Canada team. Canada Day was on July 1st, just a couple days ago. They always wear red at home on their day.
Yeah. Kyle Robertson, after taking the first pitch for a strike, will foul off the next one.
But the Blue Jays yesterday taking on the Mariners, they were in white and red and missed the blue yesterday because the Canadian flag is only red and white. So they kept their home colors, even though they had America 250 patch on.
0-2, checks his swing, look down, they'll say he didn't go. Yeah, I thought it was funny going through, seeing the page of everybody's 4th of July stuff, and I was like, why, the Toronto Blue Jays don't have an American-themed hat? Why is that? Huh. Here's the 1-2 outside.
Got loan outside. That evens the count at 2-2.
Post 14 didn't have to work very hard to be in the 4th of July spirit, considering their red jerseys with blue lettering and white outlines. This is hit towards third base. Oviedo snatches it, throws it over. It's off the bag, but in plenty of time for French to get it and make the tag before Robertson gets by him.
Now batting number 2, Tyler Ashcraft.
I know, I played third base like once or twice ever, and it was absolutely awful because that throw over there is terrible. So it takes a lot to get used to that throw. You can't just Manny Machado it over there and make it look easy for our Orioles fans over there that he used to play for.
Here's a strike to start to Ashcraft, and that's not an easy play for French over at first base either.
So that was a good play by both of them to get that.
Next pitch in for a strike as well. My little league, I played first base for a little while, so
I was always in
not
right.
Easy either.
I was always in right field.
I was mostly in the outfield. Look a bit of right field. This is 0-2, popped up over to second base. In a shallow right field, Dupree ranges over and makes that play. It's 2 straight, 3 up, 3 down innings for Jackson Earl. He's settled in on the mound and kept Post 180 at just 4 runs. So his batters on the other side will try to cut into this 2-run deficit after the 60-second break. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343
to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The bottom of the 4th inning is brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com. 4-2 is our score. We're through 3.5 of 7 here in Game 1 of 2 they'll play today.
Number 10.
A doubleheader between Vienna post 180 and Berkeley post 14. Currently, it's post 180 with a 4-2 lead. It'll be Braden Oviedo to start off an inning again. Chases this breaking ball to start things out. This one out of the zone.
We got ball 1-1. So we got a 1-1 count here to start off the inning.
One taken for a strike. Oviedo, ground rule double. First time up. Then he was driven in almost immediately off the bat of Marshall Derrick. This one is fouled straight back.
Man, fouled off right where I'm like, if I didn't have any fencing or a window in front of me, I could have caught that.
Right? Yeah.
Hey, it was at least at 52 mile an hour, so I'm not getting hurt on the hand off of that.
No, that one, not too bad, not too bad.
No, that was the best catchable one I could have.
1-2. Outside. Robinson behind the plate wanted that one.
Umpire's zone seems to be getting a little bit better, where he's shortening up a little bit because he had a wider outside zone at the start of the game, and he's starting to shorten that on the inside. He's starting to shorten that as we go. By the way, that ball was taken inside. It almost hit Oviedo.
Yeah. It runs the count full. Payoff pitch coming from Dawson Givens. Breaks off the plate. Oviedo gets himself on base. It's only the second walk from Givens so far today.
If we can be biased toward post 14 for a second, this is exactly how they started the second. Well, Oviedo was exactly the starter, was exactly the first batter in the second inning when they went off. So maybe they're hoping for some good luck here with having Oviedo start off again.
Derrick takes another one deep to left field.
That's
Ramirez,
a two-homer game.
Deja vu all over again as Marshall Derrick sends another one over the fence for another 2-run home run, driving home Oviedo. And now we're tied.
These guys have something cooking here between these two. Like, Oviedo just gets on and Derrick hits him home. That's 4 RBIs for Derrick so far in this game. He might be like, sign me up to play at Shenandoah. I love this field.
So it's now tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. Marshall Derrick of Washington High School tying us up.
That ball went fouling over the batting cages here at Kevin Anderson Field at Bridge Forest Stadium.
Gross struck out looking first time up. And Gross will hit this one. Looks like shallow left field. Ramirez running over, makes the catch.
He's got some good range out there in left field. We've seen a couple good catches out there.
The only ones he hasn't been able to get have been Derek's ones over his head, over the wall.
Yeah, can't play RBI baseball here where you can just jump up and catch that one in the air.
That's going to bring up Cole Smith. Smith flew out to Ramirez his first time up.
As we start with ball one.
Smith, French, Huff are the next ones due up for post 14. Bottom third of the order. The 1-0 taken for a strike. Gibbons readies again and throws. That'll break inside, too far inside for ball.
Talking about Ramirez, last time Cole Smith was up, it was a fly out to 7. So it was a fly out right to Ramirez out there in left field.
63, now 64 pitches from Givens as this is fouled away.
That got fouled out over top the fence there, and over top our press box.
Gibbons able to get Smith 2 strikes. See if he can set him down. Not on this one.
Curveball was fouled away.
Broke off the plate, but Smith swinging at anything close with 2 strikes, so he stays alive. Two. This is another one that's popped up. Looks like it'll get out of play.
Yep, that one's going to get out of play. Yep.
Robertson ran over for it, couldn't get there.
I miss the fact that we don't have a DJ here because they would be playing Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Because that's every single time that you say Staying Alive, that's exactly what pops in my head.
Another 2-2. Breaks low and outside, bounces. Full count.
Good job working the count here, fouling off a bunch of pitches by Cole Smith. So this is a well done AB from Cole. Let's see if he can capitalize off it.
Payoff pitch on the ground to shortstop. 2 bounces, then into the glove of Norman. Throw in time. Route number 2.
So he didn't get. So he just grounded to the shortstop there. Shortstop made a good throw over to the first baseman. We've been seeing that from post 180. That they're really solid defensively, and we'll see what Mr. Brian French can do coming up here. He's the next batter. See what he got from the on deck circle. See if he learned anything from that really long at bat.
We'll see if he learned anything from his first at bat as well, where he struck out looking to end the second inning.
You'd rather forget about that one.
Here's the first pitch of the second at-bat he'll have, and he hits this one, but it's soft contact and right over to Norman at shortstop for him to make an easy grab for the third out.
2 runs came in on a home run there, so we've got a tie game of 4-4.
Marshall Derrick has single-handedly gotten post 14 back even in this one. Another 2-run bomb from him makes it 4-4. We'll take 60 seconds, come back with the 5th. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
Car accident? Get more with Mansion and get the no-fee guarantee. After your car crash, you're probably wondering what to do next. You might be afraid you can't afford a lawyer, but you can. Mansion Injury Law gives you the no-fee guarantee. That means you pay them nothing unless they get money for you. You don't have to face the insurance company alone. Get more with Mansion and get the no-fee guarantee. Call Mansion Injury Law, 1-800-557-4LAW.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We move to the top of the fifth inning on TV10, brought to you by CMA's Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, all at one convenient location in 650 Foxcroft Avenue. CMA, where owners just care more. We have a injury update for you. We've heard that Jack Green for post 180, who was hitting in the cleanup spot in the order and playing second base, hurt his finger and has been taken out of the game in favor of number 10, Alex Ament.
That happened last inning, so Ament was over at second base to start off that inning.
For post 180, they'll start off this inning with Dawson Givens.
Bottom of the order, 9-1 and 2.
Just like we've seen before in this game on the other side.
By the way, it looks like number 2 is pitching for Berkeley Post.
We'll check on a change there. We are just far enough away from most of the players on the field that it can be tough to see. And it looks like that is still Jackson Earl, 68 pitch. Or wait, no,
it's
we do have you're right. You're right. That's Sven Dupree. Notice with the windup, that was Sven Dupree. So 4 innings, it was 68 pitches from Jackson Earl as Dupree throws one out of the zone. It's 1-1. Earl went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4. See what Sven Dupree can do now.
Yeah, I was thinking with those first 2 innings that Earl's pitch count was getting up there. So even though he's had a couple good innings, you don't want to wear him down too much here during the summer.
My apologies for trying to correct you there, Tyler. His game changer was just a little slower to update. It still said Earl, but now it has switched over for Dupree, and we're at 3-1 for this count.
Well, I saw him turn his back, so I'm like, I saw that was 2, and I'm like, I know a 2 from an 8 as we got a walk. So Dawson gets a walk there to start off the first part of the 5th.
There you go. First batter that Dupree sees puts him on base, and now we're back to the top of the order with Isaac Norman.
Back to the top of the order. The shortstop, number 6.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher Givens.
So let's look at our...
That's going to be number 18.
So Dupree comes off of second base. Trace Huff has taken his place there. Huff came in from left field. The new left fielder is J.P. Sweeney.
As a pickoff attempt over to first already to try to get that newly installed runner on there.
It looks like there might be some action starting up in the post-14 bullpen as well.
As he takes it low and outside for ball 1.
I have to assume that that'll be Jacob Cumley. That would be potentially the next pitcher for post-14, or they're saving him to start the second game of this doubleheader. This is lined over to left field. It's at Sweeney in left. He has his first action of the day and squeezes it for out 1.
Now batting the right fielder, number 3.
Post-14 sends down the best hitter in the Vienna order. Brings up Will Donahue, who is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Marshall Derrick now at first base for post 14 as well. This one's out of the zone.
Ball that was a little too high for ball 1. Sets and deals. We got a fastball down, so we've got ball 2.
It's 2-0, runner on first with one out.
Sun's fastball there got clocked in at 79. Sorry, Dylan.
All right, tied at 4 here in the top of the 5th inning.
He's got another one that caught the low and inside portion of the zone at 81 that time.
So post 14 losing a little velocity from Earl. And this one's inside.
You can see Sven struggling with trying to be able to find the zone currently after coming into pitch here.
He's the 3-1 now against Donahue. This is fouled over towards Oviedo, just fouled the third base bag. James Robinson waits on deck. Here's a full count pitch from Dupree. That's going to be in play. Oviedo snags it. He won't go to second. He'll just go to first to secure out number 2.
That's a good little snag over there from Oviedo. So he just bucket caught that one and then just transferred it and went on over to first for the out. Especially when your body's leading you to first, just throw that one over to first. We don't need to try to throw over to second and throw that one into the outfield. So good play, just coming over to first.
Yep, and with one out in the inning, now you've gotten the second one and can just worry about the batter at the plate. It's Robinson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
He foul tipped that one into the catcher's glove for strike 1.
82 that time from Dupree. Oh, and 1 the count. Next pitch from Dupree.
Also, Oviedo on that on that grounder to third base there. He probably was thinking first base as well because the defense has struggled just a little bit. So you don't want to get Sven into something where he has to make a couple more pitches. You just want to get an easy out.
Yep. This is going to be soft contact, softer than Robinson wanted. Oviedo thought about making the tag, couldn't quite do it, but over to first to Derek in plenty of time for the third out.
Everything hit over to the left side because that was a liner out to the left fielder. So
yeah, left fielder and third baseman were the ones working this half inning. So we will go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 4. See if Post 14 can get some production out of someone other than Marshall Derrick in this first of 2. Here from Shenandoah University. Let's take 60 seconds. Come back with more American Legion Baseball, TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors. And good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chevrolet of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Bottom of the 5th on TV 10 is brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Post 14, some good pitching since the 3rd inning. It's been a 0 in the score column for Post 180, 3 straight innings. Post 14 has answered on their side with two-run home runs from Marshall Derrick. So we sit at 4-4. It'll be Huff, and then back to Dupree and Healy, 1 and 2. Huff grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning. still be Givens. First pitch in for a strike.
And that ball was up and inside. Back and Huff off the plate there.
.70 pitches for Givens. Next pitch. Can't get that one to break on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Robinson sets up outside, comes inside, but in the zone, strike 2. Two follows, sets up on that outside corner, trying to get a call, but it's too far outside and runs count full.
Can umpires come in with the strike zone a little bit? That would have been maybe a strike in the first 2 innings.
Maybe.
But not anymore.
This one even further outside.
As Huff works a walk to start off the inning. So good job by Berkeley Post 14 to be able to get that runner on to start the inning.
Clear ball 4 is the third walk given up by Givens so far through now 4+.
I'm just wondering how long the leash is going to be on Givens with how hot it is out here today.
Yeah, he's just coming up to about 75 pitches. Dupree tries to square down, put down a bunt, and he just pops it up into the net behind him. Dupree drew a walk in the first, flew out in the third. Here's your 0-1. Outside.
Yep. We almost need to call that jinx to be able to be like, we both said it at the same time. As Sven goes down to his third base coach, Coach Trip Tobin, to be able to talk about that AB a little bit.
Quick chat. Now back to the box for a 1-1. Givens, like kick in, the pitch, threw it. Swinging strike 2.
I think that was a little outside the bat, so even if he would have gotten, even if that would have been, I don't think he would have hit it. I don't think he would have hit it because it was a little bit outside his bat.
Givens 1-2. This is hit on the ground. Over to second base. Flip to short for 1.
But they're only going to get 1.
Yep. It was out of the glove of the first baseman, but Dupree was there in time anyway. So it's a fielder's choice where they get the lead runner. 4-6, fielder's choice.
There you go.
Gives us 1 down in the inning now with a runner on first for Liam Healy. Healy's 1 for 2, struck out looking, and then singled. This one outside. It's quiet in the Vienna post 180 bullpen.
Not really much going on in Berkeley Post either. They're just stretching a little bit out there, getting some quick warm-up tosses in.
Strike 2. That very well may be Jacob Cumley warming up for
you do
a start in the second game.
You do have somebody warming up there in the bullpen, but not really much far going.
Count is 1-1 to Liam Healy. Pitcher steps off. Doesn't throw to first. Looks him back.
Runner still goes back to first, though.
Here's your 1-1. Fouled away. One-two count to Liam Healy. Runner goes. Hit and run. Yanked foul over to the right field.
They have a couple sheds out there, and so a shed got hit on that one, not on the fly, but it kicked and hit a shed out there.
Givens up to 83 pitches now. Another 1-2. Healy hits this one over
And
towards
also
left field, but
fly.
foul. Yep, over into the batting cages. Count still at 1-2. And Givens again step off and look Dupree back.
But didn't throw it over.
It's a lot of speed in Dupree over there at first. Has an okay lead. Runner won't go this time. It's fouled. And they're going to say catcher's interference as he swung at that one?
Yeah, I think that's a good call because the catcher's like, what did I do?
So that one was just a foul tip, and Healy was given first base.
So catcher's interference will bring Sven over to second. Manager for Vienna's coming for post 180's coming out to be able to argue that one a little bit, to be able to talk about it. I guess argue's not the right word. He's just talking about it.
Appeal it, I suppose.
Yeah, appeal is probably the better word. Because that's not a heated discussion. That was just a discussion about, like, what did you see out of that?
Yeah. If it was trying to appeal it, it's all for naught. So now it's first and second with only one out.
And Wyatt McClintock up at bat.
And McClintock's 0 for 2, but he's hit it to the outfield both times.
That curveball curved a little bit too much and ended up in the low part of the zone for ball one.
Givens deals. McClintock over to second base.
Fastball right through.
Base hit. Past Ament, or excuse me, that's Kaloran now at second base.
Dupree's coming in to score to make it 5-4 Berkeley post 14. We've got runners on first and third with one down.
RBI single for Wyatt McClintock gives post 14 the lead. And I wouldn't doubt if that ends the day of Givens. But we have a mound visit at the very least. Like we mentioned, I haven't seen anyone in the bullpen, so I have to wonder if they need to warm somebody up, or we'll go with somebody out in the field, or if they're going to try to get through a little bit more of this game here with Givens. So it's the first time today that we've seen someone other than Oviedo or Derek come home to score, and first time we've seen someone other than Derek drive them in.
Yeah, that was a good hit because that was just past the second baseman. Like the second baseman almost had because the second baseman was diving on that just about an inch beyond him. So that was good placement by McClintock there to be able to get the run in as he got the RBI on that one, and also ended up having Healy go from first to third on that one. So now post 14 has runners on the corners with only one down.
That mound visit was a good time to get you the changes in the defense for post 180, as Donahue moved from from right field over to center field. As catcher's indifference, runner will take second base. And first pitch to Oviedo. Jack Green, it wasn't just a straight replacement of Ament over at second. Ament actually came in for first base. Kaloran came from center down to second base. Donahue moved from right field to center, and Robertson went out from first base to right field.
By the way, that catcher's indifference was huge because with one down in the inning, you don't want to hit him to a double play to end the inning. So to be able to get second, now you've got two runners in scoring position with one down, and you're out of a double play.
Next pitch out of the zone.
That was a little bit down, ball 3. So we've got 3-0 here to Oviedo.
Oviedo, 1 for 1, ground rule double and a walk. He scored both times off the bat of Marshall Derrick's home runs.
Before this inning, I was calling him Robin to Marshall Derrick's Batman. Had a dynamic duo working there, scoring all the runs for post 14.
3-1 up high, and once again, Oviedo is on base.
And we got bases loaded for Mr. Marshall Derrick. Can he make it 3-homer day?
That's the last person you wanted to see up next. Especially last person Givens wanted to see.
Well, here comes Coach. Don't think he's going to let him pitch anymore.
Looks like 92 pitches for Dawson Givens. Through 4 1/3, and that is going to end his day.
And we got number 10, who looks like he made, well, number 10's just getting his glove one over. Number 18's coming out.
Andrew Pierce coming out of the dugout. He may very well be our next pitcher. We'll take a 60-second break with the pitching change. We'll get it all confirmed to you. On the other side of this break is the American Legion Baseball on TV 10. Back in 60.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Call to the Bullpen on TV 10 is brought to you by CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop by and see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-8821 CMA. They're moving lives forward. So Dawson Givens, it looks like, is just going to shift over from pitcher to first base, and Andrew Pierce will come from the bench to the mound, effectively killing the DH for post 180.
Even though they weren't really using a DH because they were still batting their pitcher.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that in the Jack Green, after he came out injured in the cleanup spot for post 180, was replaced by Alex Ament, and now Andrew Pierce is replacing that spot in the order, as far as we know, unless there's some changes around that we're not sure about. But before we get on to all of that, bases are loaded for Marshall Derrick, who's 2 for 2 with 2 home runs.
We got a little funky windup out there.
Yes, strike in to start things out from Andrew Pierce.
So this is going to be different because he's got some deceptive stuff in his windup there.
Pierce a 2.03 ERA in 10 1/3 innings. Derrick pops this one up. That came in at 58 miles per hour. Givens will be responsible for the 3 runners on base. Here's the 0-2 coming from Derrick. Or
coming
to Derrick. It's ball outside. So Pierce brings the count to 1-2. Pierce ready, and the pitch. Popped up. It looks playable. Roaming over from first base.
Yep, that's
is
a
Givens.
Foul pop up to 3 there.
And Derrick goes down quietly for the first time today.
Or out number 2.
So that leaves the bases loaded, but as you said, Tyler, 2 down. Jet Gross will have the chance to give some insurance runs to the 1-run lead of post 14.
That little hitch to Pierce's windup is definitely fooled Derek there a little bit. Definitely not something that he's probably used to seeing at all. As we've got a foul ball down the third base line for strike number 1.
That second strike in particular, I think it was, that Derek swung at one way high up in the air at 58. And you could tell that was the one that really he swung at that because he was so thrown off by the motion.
I could tell the whole way at bat he was definitely thrown off by the whole motion. Because he definitely holds. So Pierce is holding that ball way back there and letting it hold back as the rest of his body just ends up flying in the air.
Yeah, you get that big leg kick and then he just holds it back there for a good half a second, throw off your timing. Here's a 1-1. Cut through, off speed.
It's not as crazy as what former San Francisco Giant Tim Lincecum did, but I'm thinking like kind of like that because he does throw his body back like that.
It reminds me of that a little bit, yeah. Nowhere to put him. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Gross. This is popped up. This could be trouble. Diving just past the glove of Ramirez. It drops. 2-run score. Oviedo come home from third, and
that
Gross
will
is
clear the bases. We've got a run down here.
I wouldn't just try to chase after Jet Gross. He might be too fast for that. You get a bobble, but still caught in between bases. And finally,
that's an out.
It's Pierce, the pitcher, that gets the tag on Gross. We get 3 runs, clearing the bases, but Gross is out going for 3.
I'm just glad I'm not official scoring that because that's just mind-boggling right there to be able to try to figure that one out.
Call it a 3 RBI double for the sake of simplicity.
Yep,
to
that's
call
what
it
is.
8-4 as we move now to the 6th inning. The lead's been opened up for post 14. Let's take 60 seconds, come back with more American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
Top of the 6th inning on TV 10 is brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. It's now an 8-4 lead for the post 14 Hornets, coming back from down 4-0. They've answered with 8 unanswered to give themselves now a 4-run lead. Dylan Bishop and Tyler Strine with you on the call for TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Kyler High back at the studio. Ethan Elliott behind the TV 10 camera now.
Leading off the pitcher, number 18, Andrew Pierce.
Andrew Pierce now in the 4 spot for Vienna post 180. Swings through the first pitch from Sven Dupree. And next pitch up high.
This is a quick one for him because he just got inserted in the game and he was out there pitching and now he's out. Now he's out hitting as batter number 1 and start off the inning.
Here's a 1-1. Bounces in front of the plate. Pierce, Caloran, Ramirez, 2 up.
Foul ball down the third base line.
Dupree looking to get 6 more outs to get through this first of this doubleheader.
That still leaves the count at 2-2.
Wind in the fire. Called strike 3. Now he just needs 5 more.
That was right there on the outside corner for strike 3.
Now batting the second baseman, number 21, Daniel Killoran.
Daniel Killoran is 1 for 2, single and a strikeout swinging. First time that he will see Sven Dupree. This will be Dupree's second full inning of work. Killoran can't hold back his swing on this one high and inside. 83 from Dupree.
Tied him up there, too.
Wind up and the pitch. That's high again, this time laid off. 1-1. It's currently 8 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for post 14. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for post 180.
We got another ball inside on that one to make it 2-1.
Dupree over the head and to the plate. This is going to be a hit well out to center field, but Gross can't get it. It gets past his glove, too. Couldn't quite find the way to get in front of that one, and trying to stretch it into 3 bases is Killoran, and he's going to. Sliding in with no play. The speed of Killoran.
And the misplay, I'm going to say, by... So, sorry, I forgot his name. The misplay by Gross out there. Definitely. So at 8-4, you want to keep that ball in front of you. He was debating about going for that catch and then realized last second he wasn't going to catch that ball, and so he let that get by him. With an 8-4 lead, you got to keep that runner at second. You can't let him get to third.
Off the glove of Oviedo, and because McClintock was trying to come behind him in case he missed it, it goes past him as well in the shallow left, and that's an RBI single for Noah Ramirez, and suddenly 8-5 just like that.
Here we go with that Berkeley Post defense that we talked about in the first couple innings. Oviedo had that. It hit Oviedo's bottom of his glove and just went underneath.
First pitch swinging is Kyle Robertson, fouls it away. And this, Smith falls over as he tried to block that one. I don't know if he either got it hit in a sensitive spot or
I'm going to go wild pitch on that one.
Bit of a stretch on that one. May have pulled a hammy or a groin or something in there. He's got to walk this one off. Dupree up to 28 pitches. The reset of the defense for post 14. It's Oviedo at third, McClintock at short. It's now Trace Huff at second and Marshall Derrick at first. J.P. Sweeney in left, Jet Gross in center, Liam Healy in right. Cole Smith, still behind the plate. There's a strike on the 1-1.
Low inside corner. Manager Trip Tobin was coming on Cole Smith to make sure that he was okay there.
Sack bunt and a ground out the third so far for Kyle Robertson. Here's the 1-2. Fouled away over to third base.
And just beyond the third base coach's hand to be able to grab that one. That was a hard play for the third base coach, so.
Yeah. Still 1-2. Robinson steps back in. Here's the pitch from Dupree. That'll be
High and inside.
Yeah.
So that's 2-2.
That one coming in at 73 from Dupree. Make the count 2-2. Next pitch, fastball called
fastball
out.
Corner. Batter did not like that. Robertson did not like that one.
Our little ABS up here didn't like it either. But that's inside.
Well, I didn't very much like it with my own eyes here either, but it is what it is, and it's strike 3, and we've got 2 outs in the inning.
Tyler Ashcraft will come up with a runner on second, and now 2 outs. This is called strike 1.
By the way, we were talking about the red, white, and blue for Berkeley post 14, but this Vienna post 180 looks more like Notre Dame to me because I'm feeling the Golden Domers.
Yeah. Looks a little bit like the Moorfield Little League uniforms we saw earlier this week. Yeah, this is hit up the middle, but play over by Wyatt McClintock.
That was a nice play to get the out there.
Couldn't quite get in the center field of the ball. It was enough time. McClintock to his left, across his body, and in time for out number 3. So Vienna gets 1 on the board, but they can't quite catch up. They're still down 8-5 as we go to the bottom of the 6th, as Post 14 tries to add on to their lead before they try to slam the door in the top of the 7th. This is American Legion Baseball on TB10.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Our bottom of the 6th is brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Buy your next vehicle online and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. We'll get to see the first full inning of work from Andrew Pierce here in the bottom of the 6th with Cole Smith, Brian French, Trace Huff, bottom of the order, due up for Post 14.
Also want to give a shout out to Wyatt McClintock. I know Dylan, you did this on air, but I just wanted to give him a shout out from coming over from the shortstop position on that one. He went to the right of second base there, which is on the other side of his normal position to be able to get that one. So that's a lot of range to be able. That's a lot of ground to be able to cover. So that's good range from McClintock to be able to go get that ball to be able to put out that last out. So just wanted to shout out Wyatt McClintock there on that awesome play that he just made.
Yeah, very well. Could have been runners on the corners and still only 2 outs. If he couldn't make that play in a 3-run game, that would have been crucial.
So started off the inning with some questionable defense and then finished off with some good defense.
Yeah.
As we see Cole Smith coming up to the plate.
That means Post 180 is going to have to start with their number 9 hitter next inning as well. This is taken for a ball.
Wouldn't be too worried about that with Post 180 because that is the former pitcher, now first baseman Dawson Givens, who has put together a couple good at-bats from the number 9 hole.
He's gotten on base both times. Once was an error, once was a walk, but that's still on base both times, and so is this one out in the left field. Cole Smith gets it by Isaac Norman at short.
I don't think if I would have thrown that one, I could have just thrown it out better between the third baseman and shortstop there. So that was a well-hit ball right there between the two.
Right in the 5.5 hole, and that's a leadoff single. Brian French, 0 for 2, will try to get on base first time today for him. Pierce going to try to pick off a runner at second first.
To no avail. French the first time it was a called out looking, and then was a pop out to the shortstop the second time.
Smith on first.
Almost got hit on that one, but it at least broke in a little bit to call that ball 2. Well, I think just ball 1.
This is actually J.P. Sweeney at the plate. He's taken French's spot in the lineup. This is a strike. Sweeney came in the left field. Trace Huff went from left to second, and Marshall Derrick's now at first. That ended the day for Brian French at 0 for 2.
We got another pickoff attempt over to first. Not successful.
Next pitch. Swing and a miss.
Swung at his face there.
Way up high, yeah.
That's what I do on MLB The Show all the time with fastballs up there. I'll just swing away at those, not even knowing where my zone is there.
Both teams have killed the DH as this one has gone on. Here's your 1-2. Fouled away over towards the first base side.
That was another one that was right at his eyeballs, too. So I'm seeing that Sweeney's not really picking him up well. So he's basically swinging at everything that he sees right now.
I can see how this angle would be tough for a righty at the plate. Here's another pitch. Way up and inside, and it hits him. And still with no outs. Runners on first and second as we're down to number 9 in the order.
Now back to the left fielder, number 5, Trace Huff.
Trace Huff comes up. We'll see if he just will try to bunt these runners over and get it to the top of the lineup, or if he'll swing away here up by 3 runs. He will square around. He puts it down, but it just goes straight back, foul to the backstop.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to foul off. I mean, it's hard enough to be able to try to make a good swing out of this.
I have to think that, yeah, Pierce is going to be a tough one to bunt off of.
Mm-hmm. Especially seeing him for the first time. These guys don't get film on these guys.
Mm-hmm. He's going to try it again to square around. Pulls it back. Called strike 2.
That was consistent with what he's been calling most of the day. He called that a ball a little bit here throughout the game. So he's been somewhat inconsistent there on the outside of the plate, but we'll call that a strike anyway.
It's not the first time one out there has been called a strike. 0-2, still squaring around. Going to pull it back and called strike 3. I was going to say that one felt like it was closer inside than the last one. Had to be called, I think. There's your first out.
Back to the top of the order for Berkeley, post 14. Second baseman, number 2, Sven Dupree.
That's the first strikeout for Andrew Pierce.
We've got pitcher on pitcher here.
Dupree, 4th at bat now. First pitch outside.
Correction on the position. Dupree is now the pitcher.
Dupree
first at bat he walked, then he flew out to the right fielder, and then a 4-6 fielder's choice.
You read my mind, Tyler. That's what I was about to read off.
I got you, Dylan.
Here comes the 1-0. Dupree watches it go by out of the zone, ball 2.
That was high and outside.
Smith on second, Sweeney on first. 2-0. Dupree gets a piece of it, but just fouls it over the third base bleachers. First pitch of the second game is scheduled for 4 o'clock. If there's any change to that, we'll start our pregame earlier, maybe or a bit later. Otherwise, we'll go around 3:45, 3:50. This has popped up to shallow left field, and Norman from shortstop ranges back and gets it.
So that's just a pop-up to the shortstop. I tried making those things as an official score to start off on being like, hey, that's a fly out to 6. Nope, you can't have flyouts to infielders. So that's just even if you're in left field, that's still a pop out.
Second base.
Okay, that's how I like to do it too. I'm glad to know that that's the official way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Because I was thinking, I'm like, if that shortstop's all the way out there in left field where the left fielder is for some reason, and he makes the catch, I'm like, that seems like a fly out to me. But it's just a pop out.
Liam Healy, he's gotten on base twice. Last time it was catcher interference that got him on base. First pitch out of the zone. He has a single in the third inning.
That curveball didn't curve enough into the zone to make that one a strike. At 62 mile an hour.
Those off-speed pitches are really off-speed. They're Pierce almost dropping into the 50s on a couple pitches.
That fastball was clocked in at 75 on the outside portion of the plate.
And that's going to throw you off for sure as a batter.
I think it might be throwing off the umpire on his zone, and that's why the zone's kind of expanding out there a little bit.
You know what? That's a good theory, Tyler. Here's a 1-1. This is hit into center field. Looks like it's going to be right at Donahue, and he is going to squeeze it in for out number 3. Post 14 gets a couple on, but none in. We'll go to the 7th inning. Post 14 up by 3. Vienna's last shot at tying things up and sending this one to extra innings or taking the lead back. We'll take 60 seconds. Come back with more American Legion baseball on TV 10.
Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg is looking for joyful, dedicated primary lead teachers for grades K through 4 to join our vibrant team for the 2026-27 academic year. We're searching for educators who believe in more than just lesson plans, teachers who inspire a love of learning, build confidence, and weave biblical truth into every subject. At TCCA, we offer so much more than a classroom. With a 100-acre campus full of outdoor adventures, daily research-based agriculture classes unlike any school in the state, movement-based instruction, equestrian education, and bi-weekly student choice clubs, and a Christ-centered classical education that connects learning to real life. Our students don't just thrive, they flourish, and so do our teachers. If you're passionate about laying a strong foundation for young learners and want to be part of something bigger, we'd love to hear from you. Email your resume to Rachel Hull at RachelHullTCCA@outlook.com. That's Rachel Hull TCCA@outlook.com to apply or learn more. The Classical Christian Academy is located at 7192 Arden Noble Road, Martinsburg, West Virginia 25403.
Our top of the 7th inning is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality, design, and craftsmanship, located in historic downtown Martinsburg. 9-1-2 for Vienna Post 180. He's due up here in the 7th. Givens, Norman, Donahue.
But this isn't your normal 9. This is a hitter that got on an error by the catcher the first time, and then got a walk the second time, and also has been the pitcher. So he's putting together some good at bats. Dylan said right before we came back on air that it feels like a second leadoff hitter, which the legendary manager Joe Madden, from when he was managing the Chicago Cubs, when the pitcher was still in the NL, would do that with batting the pitcher 8 and then having a second leadoff guy bat 9th.
That's the first time I ever remember seeing it, too. Pitcher 8th. It's not Carlos Zambrano?
Hey, it was a good decision to be able to make. You take out that guy in the 8, so that way you get a second leadoff guy.
Givens fouls off first pitch, and we'll say Givens is tied for the third best batting average on the team at 500 on the year. On the summer, Givens in 31 plate appearances. He hasn't made every game for Vienna Post 180.
But I do want to know something, though, whether he's hitting 9 because he's the pitcher this game, or whether. So we'll see game 2 where he's actually at in the order, because he could be somewhere else in the order for game 2.
Could see that. 1-1. Givens hits this one really well out to left field, but
Sweeney underneath that one.
Yeah, he's able to get it a handful of feet before the warning track, and that's out number 1.
Back to the top of the order. Shortstop number 6.
I was still good wood on that one, where he made it to an exit velocity of 90 mile an hour on that one.
Here comes Isaac Norman. He's been quiet today, relatively. He drew a walk, stole a base, came around to score to start things off for him in the top of the first. Then he singled in the second and flew out to left field.
By the way, if you want to know more about him, he finished his high school career with over 100 hits and as a 4-time first-team all-conference shortstop.
1-0 catches the inside corner for strike 1. Isaac Norman, this is fascinating. Team's 10-1 or 9-1. Norman's the only guy on this team to hit a home run so far this year, and it's just one.
Mm-hmm.
Here's strike two, making it 1-2. He's the team leader in average on-base percentage, OPS, slugging percentage, hits, doubles, and home runs.
As you should be a top-of-the-lineup guy.
Right.
At least in the hit column.
1-2. Popped up. And it looks like McClintock will go back into left center and make the play. One more out gives Post 14 the win in the first of two here today.
That got a little bit of a struggle for McClintock as he started fading over to the left and then at the last second faded over to the right to be able to make that catch in the outfield. I see the flags are blowing towards right field a little bit, so that might have also happened a little bit.
First pitch to Donahue is out of the zone. Donahue also hitting .500 on the year. He's tied with Norman for the team lead in hits. He's a team leader in runs at 16. The 1-0. That's called strike one.
Got a strike on the high inside corner. He's been calling some here on the inside corner lately.
The 1-1. Over, down the line, caught, diving, on the ground. Oviedo gets it. Is it in time, though?
Not
no.
quite. That was a good play, though, by Oviedo to be able to keep that in his glove instead of letting it drop and then go over to J.P. Sweeney, the left fielder, to be able to grab. So, good stop. That's a hard throw over there. Only like Manny Machado and a couple other, like Nolan Arenado may make that play, but not a lot.
Oviedo was at least able to save extra bases from that going down the left field line. That'll bring up James Robinson, who's 0 for 3. Take strike one.
But that did almost look like a tie going up to the first base line, so I'm going to give that one to the runner. So give that one a hit.
This is hit softly in the air over to shortstop. Wyatt McClintock makes the play.
That concludes game one.
And that's out number 3.
To end the game.
Post 14 takes the first of this doubleheader, 8-5.
Post 14, 7 hits, 2 errors in the game. Post 180 gets 5 hits, 1 error in this game.
There you go. And since we're looking at a half hour in between games, let's just roll into our post-game show right away. Our post-game show is brought to you by the Palace Lounge at Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials in a clean and comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. It was 1 run in the top of the first for Post 180. Then they added on 3 in the top of the second before a 2-run home run from Post 14's Marshall Derrick cut the lead in half, and then he came back in the bottom of the fourth with the same thing to tie the game. And then it was a 4-run bottom of the fifth from Post 14 to go ahead and make it 8 unanswered before Post 180 eventually added 1 in the top of the sixth. But that was all they could muster. That's our game scoring summary.
So I think the winning picture goes to Jackson Earl.
Yes.
After coming off a little shaky, he settled down and got down to business. Losing pitcher, even though starting, looks like it was Dawson Givens.
Well, no, I believe actually we got to give Dupree the win because it was 4 innings pitched from Earl, and it was the 5th inning, bottom of the 5th, when Post 14 opened things up. So it's actually Sven Dupree with the relief win.
Okay, Sven gets the. Sorry, folks. So Sven gets the win.
It's all right. That's 4 innings on 4 runs, 3 earned. Gave up 3 hits and 1 walk and 4 strikeouts to Jackson Earl before Sven Dupree made it 2 innings, gave up just 1 run, and it was earned on 3 hits and 1 walk and struck out 2. On the other side, it was Dawson Givens going 4 1/3, gave up 8 runs on 4 hits and 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. And Andrew Pierce goes an inning and 2/3, gives up 2 hits, strikes out 1. You had an RBI on the day for Wyatt McClintock, 3 for Jet Gross, but 4 on 2 home runs for Marshall Derrick. 2 runs scored for Oviedo on those home runs. On the other side, give an RBI to Noah Ramirez and Tyler Ashcraft. Some of the others came on an error that cleared the bases. And I think that's overall a solid day of stats. Our game scoring summary was brought to you by the Mansion Injury Law Group in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to mansioninjurylaw.com, and our stats were brought to you by all of CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. CMA, proud to be the owners who just care more. And with that, all we really need to do to wrap things up, Tyler, is give a player of the game. So I don't know if you have one ready, or if you need to.
I don't think there's any call for anybody else.
That's got to be a hard decision.
Number 18,
right?
the DH Marshall Derrick on this one for 2 2-run homers to be able to knock in number 10 Brandon Oviedo. So I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give it to the DH for Berkeley Post, because without that first home run, I feel like Post 180 would have definitely taken that one too. So that got Berkeley Post 14 rolling, and they didn't stop afterward.
Our player of the game brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, it was announced on the field here that the second game would be 30 minutes after the conclusion of the first one. That would put us at around...
Which I heard 3:35 from Coach Kevin Anderson. So
there you go, 3:35. So that'll be our scheduled time. You come back with us around a half hour from now. We'll be on the air for a short post game or a pregame into game number 2. So maybe we'll be back about 5-10 minutes earlier than the start time for that one, but that'll wrap things up for game number 1 here from Shenandoah, Kevin Anderson Field at Bridgeforth Stadium. We'll be back very shortly for Kyler High back at the studio. Ethan Dylan Bishop saying so long for now. We'll be back in just about a little under a half hour for game 2 between Post 180 and Berkeley Post 14. This is American Legion Baseball on TV 10.
We thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.